In less than 10 hours, millions will be watching as a historic mission to the moon blasts off.
And did you know this? We have a local connection right here in North Texas to the Apollo era of lunar exploration. Janelle Ford is live in Tarrant County this morning to tell us more about that. Janelle.
Well, Matt and Dia, with Artemis II set to take off this evening, marking the first time we've gone to the moon since 1972, it is only right that we take a stroll down memory lane. So this morning, I'm here with Scott Nickel.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Whose uncle is none other than astronaut Jim Lovell, who historically went and was one of the first members, one of the first crew members to circle the moon on Apollo 8, and then was also commander on Apollo 13, said those famous words, "Houston, we've had a problem." Scott, not many of us have the opportunity to know someone who's been to space or the moon, let alone be related to them.
And grow up watching them the whole time and following them into the Navy and all the things that we learned from him. I mean, I can fly by the stars from what he taught me, and survival tactics, and just the fact that he was so humble and he had a strong faith. And his family was always very close.
And you've got so much history here in your home. I know you were showing me some of this stuff down here.
Well, these are letters from Tom Hanks and Gary Sinise talking about my uncle. Tom Hanks collects typewriters. So that was typed on one of the smallest typewriters that are available, I guess, at this time. But just letters telling me about my uncle and how close they were and how much they enjoyed being with him.
And then, Scott, I know your uncle passed away last August, but if he were still alive today, what would he have to say about this next chapter?
He wouldn't want to say anything. He'd want to be flying. He would want to be pushing his way in to taking command and telling them how to get things done. He'd want to go back to the moon.
And then you mentioned this. You were alive for those Apollo missions. This time around, what feels different and what's similar?
Well, just the fact that we're going back to the moon, of course, is very similar. Different, of course, the rocket looks different. There's 4 people instead of 3. But everything else, is the suits look kind of the same. They're going through the same type of thing as far as getting ready, their meals, everything that they have. I think they're finally following the same program that they did back then. Of course, in Apollo 8, they read from the Bible because it was during Christmas. Now that we're at Easter week, I'm hoping that maybe they do something like Apollo 8 did and read the same way from the Bible. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we know ahead of time what's going on.
No, we are all so excited. Liftoff is scheduled for a 2-hour window starting at 5:30 our time today. And if this mission is successful, it'll actually beat the record Apollo 13 set for distance. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you so much, Janelle. Texas has lots of ties to the early chapters of NASA's space program.
In fact, the 4th man who ever walked on the moon was from Fort Worth. Alan Bean, an astronaut aboard Apollo 12, graduated from Pascal High School. On that mission, he spent more than 7 hours walking on the moon. During that time, carrying a flag depicting the school's mascot, a panther jumping over the moon. It still hangs in that building today. When Bean and his fellow Apollo 12 astronauts returned to Fort Worth in December of 1969, look at this. They were greeted with a ticker tape parade. You remember those? Of course, WFAA was there, as you can see from the video from the SMU Jones Film Library. Crowds lined downtown streets, and later in life, Bean became a painter, often painting space-related scenes. What a fun time. Still